Good morning and welcome to the 10 a.m. daily weather brief. Beginning with a look at our upper level winds for today from this morning's balloon launch, we can see that we have winds near the surface coming out of a more northeasterly direction and shift around 6,000 feet to a more northwesterly direction aloft before settling out at a heading of about 225 degrees. Our wind speeds are generally in the 20-knot range throughout the column, with a few lulls between 3,000 and 6,000 feet, and we do have an observed max of 43 knots at 25,000 feet. And as for our freezing levels aloft this morning, they are currently sitting at 13,600 feet. Now, pulling up our most recent surface analysis chart here, we do have a stalled front sitting just offshore and leading to the development of some coastal precipitation out at sea, all while we do have high pressure over the Midwest continuing to build into the region and shifting eastward into New England throughout the day today. As a result of this setup, our breezy conditions are expected to persist throughout our forecasted period, with another unseasonably cool day queued up and our overnight lows dropping into the low to mid 60s. Following today, autumn-like weather should continue through Tuesday with highs in the low to mid 70s, and then come Wednesday, that currently stalled frontal feature and coastal trough do look to retrograde back towards the coast a bit, potentially bringing some light showers and or some drizzle to our local area, especially depending on the proximity of a possible coastal low developing out at sea. Now, moving towards the end of the week and into the weekend, conditions do look a bit more pleasant as an upper-level trough swings over the east coast and we begin to see a surface high pressure to the north strengthen, and that will help push that coastal trough a bit further offshore, and then we'll see high pressure and upper-level ridging control our weather through Sunday, bringing pleasant conditions with highs in the mid-70s and lower dew points with some reduced rain chances, which are expected to keep us dry to close out that 7-day forecast period. Now, moving on to the 24-hour forecast here, we are anticipating some light but variable cloud cover throughout the day, with more clouds visible off to the east, generally offshore, but likely lingering overhead, and probably seeing a slight uptick in the mid-afternoon as we undergo peak heating. Our temperatures today look to crest in the low to mid 70s, and our winds are going to be our biggest risk of the day, in which they should be hovering around that wind advisory criteria, if not just below. Winds look to gust up to 23 knots this afternoon and then die down a bit as we get into our overnight hours before once again picking up into tomorrow. So pretty nice day ahead for today. Now, moving on to the short-term risk chart here. On Tuesday, we can anticipate some breezy conditions with cloudy skies and a very slight chance of an afternoon shower moving through, and a high of 73. Those winds are getting close to that wind advisory criteria, so a yellow on the risk chart there. Tuesday night, breezy and cloudy conditions once again, with a chance of a passing shower late and a low of 67. Also making note of the chance of some low-level cloud cover tomorrow night and into tomorrow morning. And then Wednesday, clouds early, turning partly cloudy with a chance of those showers more so early in the period, and generally tapering off throughout the day with a high of 71, and by then our winds should have died down mostly. As for the 7-day forecast today, anticipating partly cloudy conditions, we'll see that cloud cover start to build in tomorrow, when we do see our rain chances also build into the forecast late Tuesday into early Wednesday morning. And then we'll start to see some generalized clearing, but mostly cloudy skies on Thursday, and then clearing to partly cloudy, and we'll see those clouds return to end our week and move into the weekend. As for our temperatures, generally sitting in the low 70s and then about midweek jumping to the mid 70s for a couple days and hovering in the low to mid 70 range for the next 7 days, and our lows are now in the low to mid 60s, with looking like Saturday night going to be the coolest night in our week ahead. That is going to conclude the 7-day outlook, and I'll be back tomorrow at 8:15 with the daily weather operations brief. Have a good day, everyone.